whatever you do, you need to make sure that you are really, really being consumed by the things that you love, by the things that you are doing, so that I can remember you, so that your boss, so that whoever you're working for, your lecturer, your tutor, whoever you're working with can remember you. That's how we know that out of 7 billion people, there's nobody else who can do the job that I'm doing. Because I'm passionate about it. Because I am putting my heart and my soul into it. So for me, I'm not in a job. I'm in my passion. So I actually do not consider, I've never asked for the salary raise since I came to Steward Bank. Not because I don't need it. Not because I'm paid a lot of money. Because this is a job I can actually do for free. So if you find a job, if you find your passion, if you pour yourself into something that you absolutely love, you will never work another day in your life. Because what you are doing is that you are doing something that is edifying you, something that is taking you to the next level. The last principle I wanted to leave with you, besides this, is not everybody is going to like you. It is brutal out there. Business is war. There are some people out there, you need to make sure that you are forgetting the naysayers. You're forgetting, as you guys call them, the haters. There are always haters out there. There are people who are out to get your cheese. Because there is limited cheese in the world. Whatever cheese you have, why can't I have it too? So if I'm a CEO, how many people do you think would want to be a CEO? There are thousands of people who want to be CEOs. The reason why people are after your cheese is that whatever you can do, in whatever space that you are, there is somebody who can do it better. There's somebody who can do it cheaper. There's somebody who can do it faster. There is always somebody out there who can do whatever you're doing better, quicker, and cheaper. So why do you need to maintain your position? There are people out there who have made it their mission to make sure that they misunderstand you. To make sure that they are really out there to say, what have you done wrong so I can come and get your cheese? That is the nature of the world. So if we are to pause and stop and say Bank A and Bank C does not like Kwenga, so shall we go and be comfortable with Bank A and Bank C? Where do you think you'll be? If you were to stop in your world, in whatever you are doing, and thinking that somebody cares about the things that you're doing, look, it's okay for you to cry, to weep, but the world does not owe you nothing. The world owes you nothing. In life, you get what you negotiate. Period. You get what you negotiate. I'll give you a little story. I came to Steward Bank from the UK. And when I was negotiating my package, I was asked, how much would you want to be paid? And of course, I looked at my net worth. I was in a little job somewhere. I looked at my net worth and I thought, for me to do this job here, I'm going to demand this amount of money. It was about 10 times or something like that of what I was being paid. So I was being, of course, ambitious. That's what I asked for. Guess what? That is exactly what I got. That is what I got. Now, if I had negotiated for something lower, what would I have gotten? I would have gotten something that is lower. I can't then come in and then say, no, but you are underpaying me because the person who is above me, why can't you equalize it and make sure that you are paying us at the same level? That is whining. So there are a lot of people who are resigned because they are mistreated in the past, they were abused by an uncle, or that a lot of things happened to them. Look, all of us used tissue paper growing up. All of us have soapy stories to tell. All of us have had hardships when we were growing up. When you realize that your pity party is not going to take you places, you need to stop your pity party in 3D and make sure that you are really picking yourself up and realizing that the world does not owe you nothing. For you to go to the next level, you need to fight for every crumb. You need to make sure that you are really, really demanding what belongs to you, and you're distinguishing yourselves by the things that you know only you and you alone can do. You need to make sure that you are ferocious in battle, in the things that you are doing. You need to make sure that you are going to fail, whether at Steward Bank, whether in your personal life, whether in your marriage, in your relationship, you're going to fail. That is given. That is a given state of life. What do you do when you fail? Do you roll yourself in the blankets and then, start crying and that he's left me? Do you pick yourself up and make sure that you're going to the next level? In life, nothing comes cheap. You need to realize that life is not fair. Life is not fair. Sometimes all we need in life is a little unfair advantage. That's what we need. Life is not fair. It never will. However, howsoever you want it, this is what, can I say this? Life is not fair. This is why bras come in different sizes. So you may wish things to be right, you may wish that you are comparable to the person that is next to you, but you are not ever going to be in a position where you are going to be comparable to the person that is next to you. So whatever you need to do for you to change the world, you need to make sure that you are passionate, you need to make sure that you are staying on course, that you are staying on your vision. You need to make sure that you are outworking the person that is next to you. You need to make sure that whatever you do, you are persevering and you are distinguishing yourself out of the 7 billion people that are in the world. When you have done this, in my view, you need to make sure that you are combining your youth technology. You need to make sure that you are decisive, you are determined, and that you need to make sure that you are not whining and thinking that there is somebody who is going to come and give you a hand. Yes, they might. Out of everything that you do when you have made it, make sure that you give a hand to the person that is next to you. Get them up. Establish a Millennium Banking Club and assist others to to avoid the mistakes that you have done in the past. Whatever you do good by you. When done, please do good by others. Thank you for having me.